The Shark Deck.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. Queen Camilla tested positive for coronavirus and cancelled this week's itinerary. In a statement, Buckingham Palace said, after suffering the symptoms of a cold, Her Majesty the Queen Consort has tested positive for the COVID virus. With regret, she has therefore cancelled all her public engagements for this week and sends her sincere apologies to those who had been due to attend them. We've learned what crown the Queen Consort will wear at the coronation, and it's the first time in recent history that an existing crown will be reused. Camilla will wear the crown made for Queen Mary at the 1911 coronation. Buckingham Palace says it is the first time a Queen Consort's crown has been reused since Queen Caroline, consort of George II, wore Mary of Modena's crown in the 1700s. The controversial Koh-i-Noor diamond will not be used. The historic crown is currently set with the jewel in the front cross, a historic treasure that was seized by the East India Company in 1849 when it was presented to Queen Victoria and made part of the crown jewels. The crown will be reset with Elizabeth II's Cullinan 3rd, 4th and 5th diamonds, often worn by her as brooches. William popped into a hospital in a surprise visit to thank first responders. People reports pictures emerged of the royal chatting with ambulance staff and workers at Ipswich Hospital and Ipswich Ambulance Station, joining them for selfies as they marked the visit. The NHS Trust, which runs the hospital, shared some pictures from the visit with the caption, "It's not every day the future king drops in. Thanks to Prince William for visiting." Sasha Walpole's Harry's older woman was on with Piers Morgan, who asked, "Do you think he's traded up from you or down?" Sasha replied, "Definitely down," before adding a more careful, "I don't know." Piers added, "He's gone from a digger to a gold digger." Sasha says she hasn't seen Harry in 2 decades. "He's not the boy I remember, that's for sure. But again, I'm not in his shoes. I have no idea what's going on in his head. I haven't seen him for 21 years. Palace Intrigue will be right back. They say that history doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme, and sometimes the monarch has to deal with an irritating sibling making noise in Hollywood. The Mirror dusted off a story about Princess Margaret ticking off some Hollywood celebrities. In 1965, Princess Margaret and the Earl of Snowdon toured the United States with a 16-person entourage and 75 pieces of luggage. They were said to have offended a number of Hollywood stars and were ultimately barred from traveling to the US in the 1970s. You may recall a version of this from Season 3 of The Crown. As the story goes, the couple met and managed to offend Paul Newman, Judy Garland, Grace Kelly and Elizabeth Taylor, which is an impressive group to offend when you consider Paul Newman may be the 4th most famous person on that list. An aide told Judy Garland that Margaret would like to hear her sing, and the actress reportedly called her a nasty, rude little princess, saying, "Tell her I'll sing if she christens a ship first." Grace Kelly, a princess herself, was also said to have objected to Margaret's comment. "You don't look like a movie star," the actress is said to have replied. "Well, I wasn't born a movie star." And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your favourite shows. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.